So, hello everyone, welcome to our viewers today for today's first online event of the STEM Discovery Week. Today we have with us Pocze from the European Schoolnet, and she will explain to us some very cool Scientix activities. This is a part of an online series of events that take place during the STEM Discovery Week. We are connecting every day up to 4 times you can see us on Facebook and YouTube. This is to engage more and more people in STEM activities and to encourage and give inspiration to teachers, students, organizations, whoever is encouraged, and anyone's encouraged to watch. So for this first event, I would like to give the word to Pocze from the European Schoolnet. Hello,
Hi.
Bori.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Can you explain to us a little bit about what you have been doing with this Scientix activity?
Yes. Hi. Thank you, Audrey, for the kind introduction, and hi, everybody. So I've been involved with Scientix for a little while, and there is this workshop that we did with altogether 24 Scientix ambassadors participated. It was a 2-tiered activity, so it happened once in March, and then it happened again last week, I think, or 2 weeks before. And it mainly aims STEM teachers. So the Scientix ambassadors got together and we had a workshop about the Scientix blog. And I explained to them how the Scientix blog works. And then we had a discussion about what makes a really good blog post and all these bullet points. And then we engaged in this thing within which we wrote a blog post together addressed to other STEM teachers in Europe and beyond, in which we included a lot of resources from the Scientix repository and explained how they can use it in their STEM classes. So basically, that's what happened. And then once we reviewed these blog posts, they were all really amazing. We will post them continuously during this week on the Scientix blog, but also on the STEM Discovery blog. So it's a really good opportunity for everybody, I think, because teachers can get a lot of information out of it. But it's also really nice to explain how the Scientix ambassadors usually do their classes, and it's all really amazing about their experiences. So I really advise everybody to read it. It's really nice.
Great. So just for our viewers who don't know, maybe I can tell that we have the STEM Discovery Week, right? It's this week. And for this week, we have been building up for this week throughout the last month. And we started a STEM Discovery Week blog. So teachers and different activity organizers have submitted posts about their activities there throughout the last months. And so this is where we publish these blog posts and also on the Scientix blog.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. This is also to mention that that the STEM Discovery Week and Scientix work together really well. So they have common goals which the teachers can relate to. So I think it is only given that we would use both of these platforms to popularize STEM.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. And I want to ask, how many participants did you have? How many people posted?
Well, so far we have 2 blog posts on the platforms. But the workshops were first there were 12 teachers participating, and then the next time there was also 12. So altogether 24 of them, but they worked in pairs or smaller groups. So I think around 7-8 blog posts came out of it in the end.
That's great. So that everyone can go online and see these blog posts and get some tips, right?
Yes, exactly. There's a few every day. So yeah.
That's amazing. So if anyone is lacking inspiration, go online and check out the blog. There will be some inspiration for you there for sure.
Yes.
So exactly. I wanted to ask if you have any tips for those who want to write a blog. Why is this an experience that they should engage in?
Yes. Well, it is an interesting question because people, I think, usually think that that when it's a science topic, it's really hard to talk about a science topic in a blog post, because a blog post is more of like a word-based thing, but that's actually not true. So I think if you think about writing a blog post, you always have to think about who you write it to. And in this case, it was the science teachers basically. So I think once you understood that, it's much easier, and you just need to be structured in what you write.
Mm-hmm.
There's an introduction. There is always a life experience. So there's always something that makes the lesson closer to everyday life. So that's what's interesting for students, I think, all over the world. And then obviously there is pictures. There is the repository. So we use the resources from the Scientix repository. That's also important, that you do your research well. And sometimes it's really good to test those resources in real life, so you can actually talk about your experiences. This is how it went down. I tested this with my students. Yes, and there's obviously a conclusion. So usually that's the whole aim.
Yeah, that's a great. Those are some great tips for those who want to start.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think people might think that it's such a big task to take on, but actually when you look at our STEM Discovery Week blog, there are people who wrote like a few sentences, but they can be still very inspirational.
Yes, exactly.
So with these tips from Bori, you can go ahead and start writing blog posts for the STEM Discovery Week. And okay, so to move to the next topic, I wanted to ask you about the Scientix resources. So can you explain to us what these are?
Yeah, so basically the Scientix repository is a platform where we collect resources for STEM education. Resources, by resources we usually mean everything. So tested lesson plans, even projects in Europe. So even projects that went down all over Europe, that you can access these and read about them, read about the proposals, read about the results. So it is really useful. You can filter the searches by the age of your students as well. So if you're thinking, I would like to construct a chemistry lesson for 7th graders, then you can filter all those searches. You can filter for chemistry. You can filter for the type of resource that you're looking for. If you're looking for inquiry-based lesson, then you can type that in. You can also add the age. You can also search by project names. So it is a very useful platform, and it might be mistaken that it's only for teachers, but that's not true. Scientix in general is for STEM-related stakeholders. So everybody who is involved in STEM education can find something useful: policymakers, project managers, heads of schools, everybody really. So I really advise everyone to go and look for something that you find interesting.
So if, let's say, I'm a kindergarten teacher, would I find something there?
Well, you would, yes, actually, there is a pre-primary educational resources as well. So so you would find something, especially if it's STEM related. So the important connection in all of it is that it all points to STEM.
Did you have an experience with like a favorite resource during your with the Scientix ambassadors?
Oh, well, I don't like to pick them out, but
no, but I mean, like what they found as the favorite resource, like everyone wanted to use this and this resource.
No, there's so many of them that I think if you have an idea in your head, you can find something related to that. So it's really a vast amount of resources on there. So but yeah, if you want to check out something that's already done, there is a blog post written about 3D holograms and how you can build 3D holograms with your students in class. That's quite interesting. So
yeah, it is. Yeah. Cool. Okay, and what about if I want to use the resources for my own native language, let's say in Hungarian, which is where I'm from and where you are from as well. Yes. Would there be any resources for students resources in the native languages of students?
Yeah, so there is a built-in translator in the Scientix platform. So, but we as the European Schoolnet needs to review before a translation. So it is quite, you can find most things, I hope, in English, and you can translate yourself, or you can turn on the automatic translation, and then try that way. So we try to make it as accessible for everybody as possible, so that English isn't an obstacle.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have any feedback from the teachers who were writing these blog posts? Did you have any experiences from them?
Yeah, well, it's, I like workshops, and I like working with Scientix ambassadors because, first of all, I think Scientix is an amazing project because it connects this goal of everyone to popularize STEM, and they share. So a workshop isn't really work. It's more of a place for everybody to discuss things, their point of views, their approaches to education. So it's more, time just flows by, and sometimes it's actually quite hard to to finish everything because everybody has some story to tell, and it's really nice to listen to this. So usually it's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just a lot of good experiences because I also I think people also like that that when we go to a workshop, teachers can meet each other, but they're from different countries, different experiences happen to them every day. So they bring in something, and a Bulgarian teacher can work with an Italian teacher, and then wow, this is how you do things, and this is how we do things, and it is also very positive all the time. So I'm really happy to be part of it.
So collaborating in blog posts can bring all these experiences to teachers' lives, which is really great. Just yesterday, actually, we had one of our Scientix ambassadors connecting to us, Carolina. She was in Finland, and I think she also participated in your activity.
Yes, yeah, she did. Yes, exactly.
And she pointed out how important it is for her to become part of this network of science teachers, and exactly what you explained. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Is there something else you would like to tell us, or maybe about the Scientix blog, or how people can participate?
Well, usually the Scientix blog, you can fill out a form, and if you have an idea about what you write or what you want to write, and then we review that idea. And yes, if we work together for a longer time, and then we give feedback, and then we can post some of your ideas. But also, the STEM Discovery Week blog is connected in a way that blog posts that I posted on the Scientix blog, I usually also publish on the STEM Discovery Week blog, but that's a more active, because it's the STEM Discovery Week right now. It's a more active and following, situation. So I try to keep everything active.
Yeah, that's great. And I think now maybe this session can be an inspiration for everyone who's watching to start writing and start reaching out to people who wrote something, because this can be a great networking opportunity. So even if you are a teacher who doesn't have a chance to travel and meet people in other countries, you can do it through the blog. You can go on the blog, comment on each other's posts. You can start getting in a conversation, and maybe next time you can write your blog post together. So with the technology that we have today, these borders are eliminated.
Yes, exactly. May I just add that I also think it's writing a blog post is a really good opportunity as well to reflect on your own practice, to review how you are as a science teacher in the world. And I think it helps. Usually when I see teachers do this, they also tell me it's great because I've been able to evaluate my own work as well, and it's a good opportunity to write a report, sort of. So yeah, I think that's why even if it's just for you, maybe it is a good opportunity to just do that in your everyday practice.
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Bori. Thank you for explaining about your activity, and thank you for organizing this great activity. I'm sure that Scientix ambassadors had a great experience. And again, I would like to encourage everyone to go and submit your activities for the STEM Discovery Week, first of all. And then you can ask for a blog account when you fill out the form for the activity. And then we will send you an email about your login details, and you can start posting, and you can start sharing ideas and commenting on others' posts. And I hope this session was a good inspiration for everyone who attended. Thank you,
Yes.
Bori, for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, goodbye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.